Can you touch on the success your team had last week and how you guys can maybe roll that into this weekend?
We're a group that's has struggled with confidence all year long, and obviously the results have shown that. We've also struggled with our process all year long, and the results have shown that. This past weekend, I thought our process was good both nights, which has earned us and gained us some confidence. That's what we're going to try to roll into next weekend. It's a long trip out there. It'll be a long day on Thursday, so we gave them yesterday off. We'll get after it. We practiced today. We'll get after it tomorrow. But really, we're hoping the process focus, and then the confidence, which again, confidence is such a unique thing, because I think you have to play well to earn it and prepare well to earn it. But yet, people want it to be handed to them or to us, and that's just not something you have to earn. And so hopefully we can take those two areas of focus and roll those into next week and continue to play well.
I felt like you won kind of two different types of games. Friday, coming from behind multiple times. Saturday, you get the goal in the first minute kind of on the front foot. And you've talked about playing with the lead and learning to do that. What did you see, especially on Saturday, and the way that your team closed that out?
I think you're right. I mean, we were chasing the game on Friday pretty regularly, down 3-1, and had to chase it. Where Saturday you score early and you feel good about yourself, and now there's a buzz in the building and those kind of things. I mean, and then the other thing that was different to me, Tim, was we had 7 power plays on Friday and they had 8 on Saturday. So it was a kind of reversal in terms of the special teams. So quite honestly, we've played in both quite a bit this year, where we've had the lead and where we've been chasing the game. So our group just kind of kept going. There didn't seem to be, what our focus has been is not the style of game as much as confidence on the bench and vibe on the bench and the communication from player to coach or player to player. So I thought both nights, those things were really good, regardless of the score. But you're right. They had two different looks to them, and we've played in both quite a bit. I mean, we've talked about this a lot. The 2 games against Denver and now the 2 games against Omaha, those are 4 more situations where we went into the third period, either tied or up a goal. I mean, that's now we're getting close to 20 for this season that we've had that situation, and we all know what the record is. So this group has been in those situations before. I was really happy to see us come out on the good side of both nights.
And specifically down the stretch at the end, the empty net goal awarded on the penalty. And I know you were talking about all the work you put in 5-on-6 and just kind of that last minute or so.
It is so hard to simulate that situation in practice, because you can simulate the situation and the numbers and who's on the ice and who's got 5 and who's got 6, but you can't simulate the nerves and just the anxiety that comes with being in that situation on both sides of it. And I thought the way we handled it on both nights was pretty good. They had a couple of chances on Friday, and Saturday I thought we shut them down, pretty well. Grease blocked a shot and ended up skating it in there for the imminent goal, I guess, on Saturday. But I thought overall we handled it better. And I'm a firm believer you can't teach experience. You have to live through it. And the next time you're in that situation, you'll be more ready to be successful because you've been there before. I thought in both nights we acted like it. And that was good. Good for the boys.
Can you touch on the depth on Friday and Saturday in particular? It felt like Sladek, Monty, and Olmstead did a great job of kind of stealing momentum a few times, not necessarily with goals, but pinning Omaha deep in their zone over and over again.
We've talked about this plenty. The strength of the NCHC is its depth, every team specifically. Obviously, Omaha is a team, as far as I'm concerned, that is extremely deep, both up front and on the back end. And we need our depth people to make sure they're right, because then it's a matchup issue. And those guys did a great job. I thought obviously Matt Berry and Greasock and Scott Corbett had a really good weekend, just period. And then we've got what has established itself as one of our top lines, the 2 sophomores in Fletcher and Barbolini, and then Rhett. We're looking for depth. And to see Monty and Omer and Slads do well, and Ryan Savage had a goal and a couple of goals over the weekend. Plutz is doing his thing, and then Joey Cassetti. So we need everybody going, and that's just the way it has to be for us to match up with these teams. And I thought this weekend everybody was going.
What specific problems does CC present? Obviously, they weren't here twice at the beginning of January, now heading out there, but what do you know about them from a personnel perspective?
I think they're just a good team. I really liked their goaltender the weekend they were here. I thought their power play was outstanding, which the numbers said. I don't know if their power play has been as good over the course of the season, but against us, it's been good. They've got a bunch of guys that are just playing. I think their top D pair with Yoon and whoever he plays with played a bunch, and they were really good. So it's just a team that's another really good team in the NCHC. I think just the travel out there is the first thing that we have to get through and get over, and we'll do that on Thursday. And then we've got 2 difficult games against a really difficult team who a month ago took it to us in our own building. So those are the challenges. I think their team is the challenge, and we're going to have to find a way to, as we said and talked about, build off the process and build off the confidence that we have earned from last weekend.
Can you touch on the special team success and how maybe that can roll over, especially going against a team that had a lot of special teams success against you in the past? We
gave up power play goals this weekend. There's just no doubt about it, and the numbers will say that. But we killed off 6 of 8 on Saturday, and they were big ones. And then we killed off a 5-minute major on Friday. I know we gave up some goals on the power play on Friday as well, but we killed pretty well. And then the power play, basically on Friday, Hampus's goal was considered 5-on-5, but the guy was still coming to the penalty box when he scored, which was the winning goal. So we had 4 power play goals on Friday, and then Saturday, I'm not off the top of my head, I'm not sure if we had 0, but it wasn't a bad night on the power play. We talked about the Barry Griesok group having a really good power play, or a couple of really good power plays in the second period, which they did, and watching the chances could have and really probably should have scored. Special teams wins you games, and it potentially loses you games too. Typically, when you win the special teams battle, you win the game. And, it's funny because just as I say that, the Denver weekend, we thought we won the special teams both nights and lost. And then this weekend, we lost the special teams battle both nights and won. But the special teams wins you games. And we're going to, first of all, need to stay out of the penalty box. 8 on Saturday is way too many. I think there was 5 on Friday. That's 13 over the course of the weekend. We need to be more disciplined than that. And then we need to be sharp on the power play, which means zone entries, which means hunting down pucks, not being a one-and-done team, those kind of things. And to have both units kind of sort of going is key, because I don't think for the course of the season we've really had 2 units we can look to sustain zone time and pressure, and everybody we play against seems to have 2 units. So to have 2 units going, or at least last weekend going, that'll be good, because special teams will be a huge part of the series this weekend.
Can you touch on what last weekend's sweep meant for the team, closing out a few games late?
Yeah, last weekend's sweep was definitely good for the morale of the group. I think it was a good little stepping stone for us. It was all good that we were all bought in for every almost 2 full 60 minutes both days. And going forward, I think that'll just help us out with all our confidence, and hopefully get things going in the right direction here.
Can you talk about how you guys can roll that success over into this weekend against CC?
Yeah, I think going back to the Denver weekend too, obviously we didn't get the results we wanted, but I think the effort and our play was there. So it was good to take a little bit out of that, carry it over to the last weekend here, and hopefully we can just keep building. And now's a good time to be getting our right foot in the right direction here.
Can you touch on your play on a personal level? You've had points each of the last 2 weekends and seem to be stepping up into a bigger role lately.
Yeah, obviously it's with the guys around me. They're always there. Always got my back. At the same time, I think it all comes back to our attitude around the rink, and it translates to the ice. And so when we're carrying ourselves with positivity around here, I think it translates into the fact that when we step on the ice, we're talking, we're communicating with each other. So it definitely helps like that. And then obviously when I got people talking in my ear, telling me what to do with the puck, it makes things a lot easier for me.
Then can you touch on your success with your partner, Jack Clement? It seems like you two have really gelled well together and created a lot of plays for your team on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's one of my better buddies here. He's my roommate. So the chemistry is obviously real good there. And like I said, he's always the guy that's in my ear. He's my partner. He lets me know what to do with the puck, and so that makes the game real easy for the both of us. And when we can do that, I think it sets the tone for the rest of the guys too, and it translates throughout the whole way down the bench. So.